All right. It's about that time. It's money time. How we all doing today? Who we got in here? Let me know that you're here. We'll take some roll call. All right, money time. Ooh. All right, let's do a balance sheet actually on IPOE SoFi. All right. Let me know if y'all are in here. Let me know if you're making money. Give me a one in the chat if you're making some money today while I start crunching some numbers over here, see how SoFi did on their earnings for 2020, if they're on par with what they thought they were going to do. But yeah, let me know how y'all are doing today. Let me know what you want to see. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of play it by ear and just do my thing, and y'all can, chill in here with me, watch me do my thing, watch me go Spac hunting in a second. But yeah, would love to give y'all whatever you're looking for and understand how we're doing today too. If you're making some money, give me some ones in the chat. If you don't know what way the market's going to go for today, we want to send this puppy north, give me some twos. And if the market has started red for you today and we got to send this puppy way north, give me some threes in the chat, just so I know what kind of energy we need. Alright, and find their current. Good morning, JC. Right now we are looking at, Hanks 007, great to see you as well, my friend. How y'all doing today? Right now we're looking at IPOE slash SoFi's Q4 slash 2020 earnings. They just released them today. They haven't even gone final with the merger yet, but this is why I like Shamoff, is his companies are very transparent for the most part, the ones that he really endorses at least. He really does endorse, SoFi, Open Door. Transparency is the name of the game as a company owner, and that's what we are when we buy shares. I don't own this company, any part of it, but they just released the Q4 slash 2020 annual earnings, so I'm just running through crunching some numbers right now in the public sheet. Wasn't expecting to have this today. Oh boy. Would love to see what their current liabilities look like. Are you holding any shares of IPOE currently, Hank? I'm going to leave these blank because they don't define these. So we should not just put numbers in place. Yeah, that's where I'm getting into also. There's a lot of good plays out there, so finding the ones that you're really passionate about, you know, that's what I'm looking for every day. Is what's going to make me want to move money around? What's going to make me want to start watering something else rather than my existing trees that are growing, right? So that's why I'm super picky, and it's very difficult to be a good owner of more than 5 companies is what I've found so far. So I've got realistically 3 companies in my portfolio, and looking to expand my bandwidth eventually. But you know, we'll see if and when that does happen. Warren Buffett also only holds 5 to 10 companies at a time in his portfolio, so different from investor to investor. Peter Lynch holds thousands. All right, let's see. This number is in thousands also. We'll find outstanding shares in a second. Okay, Q4. This is 2020's annual. Q4 2020, we did $171 million in revenue. Q4 2019, we only did 64 million. Definitely heading in the right direction there. Now let's look at the annual revenue. We did 565 million versus 2019 we did 442 million. What's going on with Powell today? JC, you want to fill me in? Can't tell if that's 62 or 82. Gonna get really close to the screen. 82. So it would appear we're hemorrhaging money. Let's go look at our profit margins in a second though and see what the tail of the tape is. I think we'll be heading in the right direction for sure. So this is our Q4 2020 profit margin, Q4 2019, 2020 annual, 2019 annual. Looking at negative 48% for Q4 2020 compared to almost negative 200% for Q4 2019. Year to date for 2020, we're looking at a negative 40% profit margin compared to a negative 54% profit margin in 2019. So our profit margins are definitely heading in the right direction. Now I need to go find some outstanding share information, and then we can conclude this and move on to the good old-fashioned Spac hunt. Alright, so I don't see it in here. Let me go see if I can find it. So all we're looking for is just SoFi IPOE outstanding shares. $865 million, okay. So that makes our book value per share $3.53 based on these results. This is already a fully priced stock, it would appear. You know, this is it's an SEC filing, but it's not how a typical report would be filed. Put it that way. You can see that, you know, the reports that we look at typically, y'all have seen them before as well. They don't typically look like this, right? You know, I'm going off of what they say, so everything here is going to be taken with a grain of salt, but yeah, that's what we're looking at. Hey, Savvy, what's going on? Appreciate you as always, my friend. Let me go ahead and pin that link. Yep. Before I dive into what JC is talking about over here, please, as always, if you have not already, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and bring the little bell next to it so you get notified every time we drop new videos, every time we go live over here, and we are making money up in here, which is every single day the stock market's open, folks. Alright, IPOE. Let's see what we got going on over here. JC, just another update. The market tends to tank when he speaks, maybe raising rates again. Market may repeat the last downturn. Got you. 2:30, not 2 p.m. is when he's speaking. Got you. Thank you, JC. Yeah, I mean, if he raises interest rates, we got to look out. You know, that's your big indicator as to when things may turn and go run south. Is if interest rates go up. You know, bonds might start offering higher yield again. There might be better investment opportunities out there, and you can't, borrow cash the same way that people have been borrowing cash, or with as low as a risk as that they've been getting, because the interest rates are so low. So if that's the case, that's typically when people will turn and they'll take their money out of the stock market and they'll go, put it into other places that are going to be wealth stores. So we'll see if Bitcoin becomes a true form of wealth storage after this cycle ends. All right, let's go Spac. Let's go Spac hunting. I've been liking BFT for a long time now. I think the ship may have sailed there, however. Whoa. Should we do this one? MBAC Nube. See this one, ANDA. Hanks, I use E-Trade for my trading. I've been meaning to switch over my laser holdings over there so I can liquidate my shares and either get more equity in the company. They have earnings coming up tomorrow. Or, yeah, I don't like TD. TD's like, they have different tickers for the warrants also, but yeah, I use E-Trade. I need to switch over my laser from Robinhood to E-Trade. That'll be that's the last thing I have on Robinhood. So I'm either going to get more equity with that money in the form of warrants, or I'm going to excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and just maintain my current, stake of equity, and free up some capital so I can buy into some of these other Spacs. Get some liquidity going. Okay, ANDA I've got written down. ASPL. Alright, ASPL, wheels up. I'm trying to do a speed run today. We're going to find competitors and whatnot. That's what I'm trying to figure out today. I'm trying to look around and see what's out here. These are all warrants that are under $2, so we can go in there, we can get it before the price is really moved. I'm just trying to figure out what my plan of attack is going to be. Do I want to ATAC? I guess we can do also. Yeah. Do we want to basically investigate these companies further? Because we're going to get. I mean, we're going to look at the numbers first. What the terms of the deal are, what kind of revenue they're bringing in, what the size of the market is, and then we'll post a link in there. And then I'm going to try to do a speed round today so we can get through as many of these companies possible before we do a deeper dive into the ones that we're really interested in, as far as competitors go, as far as partnerships go, investors, all of that good stuff that we usually go into, because we've been getting through 3, maybe 4 companies in a single stream. It's great because we're doing a really deep dive in there. NPA, I think we have done NPA. Let me write this down. Let me write those down. Savvy, give me a second. Let me just double check though. NPA, Spac. Yeah, we have done AST. Let's see what else we got. ALTU. So I don't think we've got an announcement here just yet. We're closing in on one though. They got a good idea. We just don't have anything to go off of until it's announced. We won't have access to their investor presentation just yet. Okay. There's a couple that I'm interested in that haven't confirmed yet, but even those, I'm super hesitant to even put money into it because it feels more so like I'm gambling. And remember, when I'm investing in the market, I'm really trying to act like a real investor here, where I'm out there either in private equity or venture capital. I'd like to reach that level someday. Of course, you need to acquire wealth to get there, but I'm trying to think the way that they do so I can prepare myself for being in that position. Um, and in doing so, I'm preparing to be a real investor in a company, right? Act like either a board member, act like an owner, even if I have no real rights or anything. I want to know those companies better than anyone else in the market does. Why are those companies going to win over their competitors? Why are they going to win these entire market shares? Why is there no better solution out there, right? That's what I'm attempting to do when I invest in any company. That's why I only hold, 3 companies in my portfolio right now, and I just added my first one in 6 months, pretty much, just last week. So um, I'm very picky. I don't invest in stuff that I don't know about or I can't understand. Um, yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do here. But we can't know anything about these companies if we're making a guess as to who they're going to merge with, or we're going off of rumors. That is how you can make a lot of money. But let's say the rumor turns out not to be true. That's where it feels like a gamble to me. And I've got, there's a lot of rumors out there, for example, with Spac looking to bring Reddit public, a Spac looking to bring um, Discord public, and those are 2 platforms I understand very well, 2 platforms I use very consistently. I think that whichever company brings them public, those stacks will run up very high very quickly. Think about where all these stacks are talked about in the first place. We're literally on a Reddit forum. Where are these Discord, or where they talked about beyond Reddit, talked about on Discord, right? That's where all of us communicate every day. So those are companies that we understand. We can understand that they're growing, and they're growing very fast. We can understand where they're potentially going to expand to. So I'm looking to invest in them somehow, some way, but I can't quite get myself to pull the trigger on the rumor mill for those companies, even though I know that the risk uh, will, where it may be much higher trading on rumors, is going to give me a very, very generous reward as well, or any of us if we were to invest in there. So that's why I struggle right now internally on if I want to invest on rumors ever. AHAC 3D printing organs. I'll write that down on my list as well, Savvy. CAP looks like it's kind of high. What are you on right now, Savvy? What companies are you really interested in? Let's do some digging together. If you're by your computer, let me know too, and we can tag team these facts as well, where I can get through the numbers and I can have you look up competitors if you want to help me out. We can get through more companies that way, and just trying to create an efficient process here where I can get y'all involved in any way necessary or any means necessary, because I appreciate y'all being here in the first place. But I think it'd be a fun activity for us to do together, kind of like a little project. So let me know if y'all want to help out. I can definitely delegate. Owning businesses legitimately. Humble Light Cetaphil, how is that open door looking, my friend? It's got to be looking good for you. Maybe not today, but it's been looking good, right? What's going on, Job? Tap in Exotics, great to see you as well, my friend. SJRLORL, what are those companies? Help me out, let me know who they're merging with. These should be fine for me for now. CCX and CFAC is where I stop. What I tell you, Light Cetaphil, hang in there, right? very happy you did. Churchill Capital, we meet again. Who are they merging with? Skillsoft, okay. What is our last one? CFAC. Good job. How you doing today, my friend? You got over 800 shares of open. You got to be doing all right. What's your average cost now? DMYI we have on there, AONE we have on there, FRX you said? Beachbody? I think we just looked at NBA the other day. SFTW is Black Sky. Okay. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Alright. We should be good. So it's like a Peloton with extras. Okay. Take a look at that one. Let me see if I can do this too. I had a YouTube video that I needed to finish processing. Before posting it, let me see if it's done processing. So I can exit out of that. And then I can hopefully speed up my computer a little bit. Alright, it is done processing. I can add my end stream later. Next. I'll make that one public. And we'll publish it. Sorry, folks. I promise we will be getting going in a second. Just want to make sure. Oh, I don't want that to be the problem. I want this one. that should be good. Things out of there, and we'll get rocking and rolling, folks. Send it to my buddies who have requested it. This is our clubhouse conversation, by the way. We're having another one tonight. Topic of the session is going to be what caused the fall of ancient Rome, or what led to it. So I majored in history in college, modern philosophy. How the hell did I end up online marketing, and more importantly, how the hell did I end up talking about SPACs and stocks online on live streams every day? I couldn't tell you, but I kind of just go wherever my interests take me, and you learn a lot when you do that. So I am definitely happy with how I've ended up here. But I couldn't tell you how the hell I ended up here, but I'm going to love this conversation tonight, getting to talk about ancient Rome. That was my favorite topic of history, or favorite period of history to study when I was in school. Can't get enough of it. No, I am not a full-time trader. I run an online marketing agency. So I'm just sharing this right now. Yeah, I run an online marketing agency. So I've been in entrepreneurship for 5 years now. Worked on 3 years and starting a company called Trendsetter, which was an app on the marketplace. Basically, it's like Instagram, but it allowed you to shop through your friends' pictures. So people were always commenting, "What are you wearing?" Yada yada yada, and our friends' pictures. We made an app that instead of having to reply to them, you can just tag the companies you're wearing, and then people could tap on the pictures, and they can shop right through your pictures. Every time someone did that, you got a 10% kickback of anything that they purchased through your picture. So automated affiliates, and good idea and concept. And our downfall was ultimately it took too much time. We raised slightly under $1 million of funding, which is not anything crazy compared to what these companies raise, as you've seen. But when you're a 21 or 20-year-old in college, it seems like a lot of money. So that was 5 years ago. I got into entrepreneurship. That was my first exposure to Chamath Palihapitiya. Yeah, that was the rest is history. But since then, I've started a few companies after we dissolved after 3 years of that. Got into influencer marketing, and then ultimately got settled on an online marketing agency. I've been running for a little bit now, and specializing in SEO, web design, web development, content marketing. Yeah, that's how I've gotten here today. So I love what I do. All right.
It's like a classic vinyl album, but bourbon.
Let's see how this is sent. Let's get our music on again. Yeah, Chamath's getting torn to shreds lately, but that's okay. Did you know Valentine's Day comes from Roman times? I did not know that. They were some horny bastards, though. Those dudes were, and girls, anything for pleasure. They loved sodomy. So does Christmas. Exactly, Trouble. Yeah, that's okay. Chamath's gonna be fine. He's, like I said, I've been following him for 5 years, well beyond when the Redditors got any exposure to him. He's the realest entrepreneur out there. He's very transparent in everything he does. He's getting a bad rep. My discipline's telling me, like, I know him better than these guys do. I've heard their arguments against him. They sound like fucking morons. You can anyone who knows Chamath, or anyone who knows what's actually going on here, can disprove any argument thrown their way that people are trying to throw out there that's making him look like some snake oil salesman. I'm like, okay, you guys can jump off the Chamath bandwagon. I'm going to stay on here. I've been here for 5 years. I've been making money along the way. I'm going to keep making money because this dude knows where his future is headed. His network is unfucking believable. He's been more than successful in everything he's done in the past leading up to this point. So everyone wants to hop up, go get those Spacs on discount. That's what I'm doing. I'd like to get into IPOF, but I need to free up some liquidity. That would just take some damn time to, yeah, that would just take some time to transfer my Robinhood holdings over to E-Trade. I can replace my equity with warrants, and I can go ahead and scoop up way more, or I can add another company to my portfolio. IPOF, only reason I'm hesitant there, even though I know it'll explode once there is a target announced. There's no target announced, so I don't know what I'm investing into. All I know is the rumor is it's supposed to be his biggest SPAC yet. So this is interesting. NBAC, I'm pretty sure they were just on this list. Oh wait, that just got announced today. Okay. Let's see. Sexual diseases were rife, so to stop the spread, a priest called Valentine came up with it. For 1 year, each person could have one partner for the whole year to clear the sexual disease he recommended. Keep the one partner rule they hung him, so elderly rich men would give gifts to young girls to be their partners. And prostitution was not just legal over there; it was encouraged. So adultery was a big sin. Everyone was just fucking everyone. Pedophilia was accepted at the time too. Disgusting to think about. Look up the ancient emperor Tiberius. He was the real second real emperor of Rome after Augustus. He was king of the pedophiles. He had children running around his palace that were just. I mean, I'll let you can look into that yourself. I don't want to make this about Rome, because I can get talking on it. I'm going to be talking about it all day today too as I prepare for this conversation. We've got people who specialize in Roman history as well that'll be joining the discussion, so it's going to be a really good conversation tonight. There's a lot of, spoiler alert, there's a lot of events that led to the demise of Rome. This. A lot of events led to it, but Tiberius is the king of the pedophiles for sure. He used to have these children that would swim around with him. Also, I'll let you do your full research on it if you're that interested. But he'd have these children swim around in his indoor pool, which was massive and luxurious, and they'd all be naked, and he called them his minnows because they would just like nibble away at him and feed his sexual desires essentially. Really fucked up stuff, but Roman history is not pretty in general. We get a very glamorized version of it typically, unless you do your own research. But yeah, everyone was fucking everyone, and rather than like adultery was illegal, there were punishments for it for sure, but the workaround that they had, because prostitution was such a big part of their economy, and they thought that it helped the cause of making no one feel like they were trapped or allowing anyone to commit adultery, because if you did at that point, it's like, what are you doing? They made prostitution, like they advocated for prostitution. No problem at all, trouble. History is written by the winners, exactly. They don't call him savvy for no reason, folks. Strive Foods. Where the hell can I see? Oh. I just want to see their investor presentation. TKAT. What's that one again? Where the hell is this presentation? There we go. Really? Well, congratulations, Savvy. You've done it again, my friend. Let me exit out of this. I'll pull this information over here. This is going to be ANDA Strive Foods is the merger. I'm gonna do a quick speed round today to see what we're interested in, rather than do like the deep dives we've been doing the last couple days. Um, I'm looking, yeah, I'm looking strictly at the numbers, terms of the deal, if we can get in at a fair price, if we agree with the valuation, what our market opportunity is before I'm gonna really, take time to dive into competitors, partnerships, everything that we usually take a deep dive into, which is why we can't get through as many companies. I'm gonna see what it looks like today if we can get through a bunch of companies and then do a deep dive later. If y'all want to help me out at all and find competitors for any of these companies you see me doing, that would be awesome. If you could throw them in the chat, we can get through, we can do thorough due diligence together and get through more companies. QD. What's the deal with QD? Are they a public company? Are they a Spac? This is Sarah, this is ticker symbol ANDA, the company that they're merging with is Strive Foods. So we would need to find competitors or partnerships with Strive Foods, which I can do eventually. I'm gonna try to get through these quick today. QD, okay. I'm not sure if Big would be a competitor. What does Big do? Yeah, no worries at all, Hanks. Yeah, if you guys know of any competitors or you just research them, you can toss them my way and, let me know if they're a legitimate competitor. This is a healthy snack company. So yeah, I can send y'all. Here, I'm gonna send you their investor presentation link in here. BKG, I'm not sure if they'd be a competitor. Here's the link to their investor presentation. Y'all can scroll through there and see if they specify any competitors in there. If they don't, that's when just let me know there's no competitors mentioned in there, or peers or anything. And BKG, I'm not sure. You're asking if BKG is in my den currently? Oh, okay. But yeah, we're gonna go off of whatever they specify in here for right now before we do like a deeper dive, so you don't have to like go scouting, scrounging all over the internet for competitors and whatnot. Just this way, rather than me go searching, for an hour at a time through these presentations. If you guys notice any of them on any of the slides, they'll specify like their peers or their competition, comparables, all that good stuff. They'll specify it on there. I can do QD. Oh, awesome, awesome. Thanks so much for that, Savvy. I appreciate it. Just wasn't sure I followed that. Now I understand. Looking for transaction summary really quick. Thank you, Savvy. Appreciate you as always, sir. Where the hell? Why do they hide this so far down here? Okay. Finally have our transaction overview. These are going to be in millions, I believe. Yep, 170 million. Equity value. Today is the 17th. It's currently trading for $10.30. Closed yesterday at 10.39, so that's down about 1%. Current market cap we see is 45.5 million. We are getting this percent of the company. Oh wow, we're getting a ton. Oh, wait, no, this is not defined correctly. See, this isn't right, and I'll show you guys why. This is where I'm struggling right now. So when you're calculating this post-merger adjusted market cap to the real market cap of the company at the current price, we need to know what the founder shares are going to be, so that's 6.3%. This is not going to be included because it's a private placement. You're going to get founder or sponsor shares is what you're going to seek typically, and then we need to know what the SPAC public shareholders make up. But in this, they're including the PIPE also, and you don't include the PIPE in that calculation. PIPE, remember that's a private investment in public equity, so that doesn't go through, and those shares don't get dumped into the pool until typically a month or two after the merger finalizes. So I'm trying to figure out what percent of these shares are actually going to be. Oh, here's your public comparables. So I've got that one on slide 32, it looks like, and 33. Um, hmm. Strange. I mean, we can throw it in there though. Hmm. Let's just see, 6.3 in the C, 37.2. Yeah, that's not right. This number shouldn't be far lower than this number. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss right now. But we'll figure it out. Maybe it's just a 10.6 million. Let's see what that gives us for percentages. Six divided by what's the total value? What gives us this number? 14 divided by 184. Nope. Divided by 170. Nope. Divided by 214. Yes, okay. Oh, 13. 5 divided by 214. That's the right one. Okay, so it's going to be 10.6 divided by 214.
Everything changes.
Nope. Jesus, this is a headache. Sorry, folks. $19.9. Let's try that one. That's more like it. Yeah, I think that's right. What the hell are these IPO shares? Plus 1.9, 20.9, 21.8. That should do it. Alright. Back to the hunt. Let's look for some revenue. So we're going to take their 2020 actual, which was 18 million. Oops. Forecast for 2021 is 51 million. And 103 million in 2022. And 161 million in 2023. This is going to give us a CAGR of 18 is going to 161 and 21, 22, 23, 3 years. So not super conservative. Market opportunity. I'm going to do that and look at the competitors Savvy sent me. Thank you, appreciate it as always, Savvy. Add them on here and move on. This market does not look like it's worth our time. We've wasted too much time on it already. company, Vital Farms. Best stock ever performance-wise. Oof. Trying to think if I have any real like rippers. Plug would have been had I not, as an inexperienced investor last year, panic sold when I thought the market was going to collapse. I now have learned my lesson, but I got in the plug at $4. That one went all up to $70 a pop, so that would have been my best performer, percentage-wise. That's for sure. Let me try to think of my history. Give me a second. Let me just find this last number so I can get off of this company. I did not play. I mean, I played CCIV, Warren, Sunday. That massive run up I sold literally the day before. Yeah, I got in plug at $4. Good company. It's a solid company. Yeah, I got in at 4. I sold at 8 though, so not super impressive, right? When you add that part to it, would have been great. It's down right now. I already did their earnings, otherwise I would have dove deep into the earnings today. Yeah, sold out of that one. Learned my lesson though. Don't try and time the market. Like, find good companies, stay in them. Club's going to be okay. Plug is going to be okay. They're not going anywhere. As long as Amazon owns 30% of them and they're provided for Amazon, they're not going to fail. All right, let's see. What's next? Open Door might be my best one yet. Laser probably, actually. Laser, I got it in at 10.50. I'm still in Laser. It climbed all the way up to 44, $45 at one point, so I quadrupled my money there. But my investments aren't super impressive with how far they've run in a short amount of time. They're long-term investments for a reason. But trade-wise, my best trade was in Berkshire B, in their Berk B common shares. Exactly. It's in Amazon's best interest to make sure Plug is super successful and they have all the tools they need to be successful. So Plug ain't going anywhere anytime soon. I think they're overvalued currently with their current financials. I've been saying that for a while. Let's look at FRX. Actually, let's look at SFTW. That one's got my interest. Yeah, Berkby is my one trade that I've gotten over 1,000% return on. But I'm since then a retired options trader, so I do not trade anymore, as y'all know. But that is my most impressive, I guess, return rate. What's the best? What are y'all's best companies or best investments you've made that you're currently holding? You've sold. What'd you get in it? What'd you get out at? What was your percent return? Y'all let me know. Would love to hear what y'all been able to put together. CLA. Let me look. Celsius Resources. Let's see. Ah, okay. Ouster. Look at Ouster LiDAR. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't heard Ouster compared to Luminar. I mean, Luminar I like for a lot of reasons, right? Um, for instance, I love Luminar because they're connected to PayPal Mafia, right? And this is a Peter Thiel company. KOPN was KOPN. It's a Peter Thiel company though. So they touch PayPal Mafia. They make LiDAR. They've got a bunch of deals with 15 major manufacturers already in place to be put into production, and all of their vehicles starting in 2022 with Volvo and their entire fleet. They got deals with trucking companies. They've got incredible technology. It's been being developed for over 9 years now. The biggest competitor I hear against them is Velodyne. But yeah, I've never heard Ouster compared, so I'm trying to find a comparison out there. I'll have to take some time to do that a little bit later. Well, this guy's got a nice Reddit thing on there. I can look into that as well. Yeah, I like laser still. I'm not seeing much about Ouster. I'll have to do a deeper dive on there. Truth be told, I understand what they do. I understand LiDAR. I understand their advantage over AI, autonomous driving softwares. But I couldn't tell you what makes their software better than Velodyne's. I couldn't tell you what makes their software better than Ouster's AI. They have multiple competitors for sure. So rather than look for what makes them better there, I spend my time looking at who's driving our ship forward. I think we have a pretty solid team here. I think having Peter Thiel, you touch PayPal Mafia, you've got an incredible network that a lot of these companies that you're competing against aren't going to have the same luxury as having. So that's a competitive advantage in and of itself, right? Your network. That's why I like Luminar. Let's see, Black Sky. Let's see if I can find Black Sky's website. I'm not sure I understand what they do, to be honest. It's global monitoring. I'm gonna do Black Sky right now. I do have a meeting I had to run for right after this, though, unfortunately. I know I started late today. Wednesdays are my busiest day by far. There's a bunch going on this morning. But I appreciate y'all being here regardless. Let's do Black Sky real quick. Thank you, Savvy. Appreciate you as always, my friend. Yes, please, 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 if you haven't already, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and ring the little bell next to it so you get notified every time we drop new videos, every time we go live, and we're making money up in here, which is every single day the stock market is open, folks. That's interesting. We'll find our transaction overview. Enterprise value is $1.1 billion. Oops. Equity value is 1.477. What are we getting from this? We are getting 21%. Founders are getting 4%. Gives us a post-merger adjusted market cap of $1.7 billion. We're looking, remember, equity value is going to be, we're looking at a 2 to 3 times multiplier of that, or enterprise value, whichever is higher. Equity value, like for RMGB, that's the one case I know of that their equity value is lower than their enterprise value because they're using a lot of the cash they're getting from that offering to pay off existing debt, which is good for the company. But they're saying the company's worth $8 billion. We'll take it worth, is worth $8 billion there. So we're looking for 2 to 3 times that is what I consider to be healthy. That's not an industry standard for sure. That is just my subjective principle. Anything beyond that is growth, or speculative growth, I believe. Choose space.
product tour right now at netsuite.com.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm looking to find the total addressable market. Might be in slide 14. Let me see if they've got it defined elsewhere. $40 billion, okay. I think it was what, $40 billion. Alright, so that is Black Sky. I think it's a really cool company. I don't know if you're invested in that already, Savvy. Um, you know, if they're able to accomplish what they're trying to do, and I think I have a better understanding of it now, well, they're going to get a lot of pushback because it really is, it's very intrusive tech, right? You're in the Wild West, so you might have a little bit of time before you get that kind of pushback as well. It's very intrusive. They have these satellites that fly all over, and they monitor certain sites for their customers, you know, on a recurring basis over and over again, and they're able to, I'm sure with AI involved here, they can detect changes that have taken place in what that site typically looks like, or if there's been, you know, some sort of breach, if there's been something that's been broken, if there's been some sort of catastrophe, they can detect change from my understanding. So their main goal with all of this data monitoring, all of these images that they're feeding all day, every day, for God knows how long, they'd like to have their system be able to not only understand changes that have taken place, but be able to predict when changes are likely to take place as well, due to, you know, what may have caused the changes that have already taken place. You know, so they really have to train this tech very well. They've got existing revenue, which is cool to see. Only $22 million. I don't know if that's profitable. I doubt it. Through 2025, they're expecting to, you know, really ramp that up. You know, they're going to grow at almost 100% clip year over year, 90% to be exact, is what they're going to do year over year to get from 22 million in 2020, which they actually did, to $5.5 or $550 million in 2025. So a little over $500 million. Total addressable market they're saying currently is $40 billion, which is not the smallest market we've seen, definitely not the largest we've seen either. Remember, Open Door for, you know, reference here. Open Doors is 1.6 trillion annually. So we're always chasing the big pies. I do think what they're doing is really cool. I think that it's very futuristic. It could be very well be the future. We need to find out more about what partners they may have, what existing customers they have that are noteworthy, any deals that are already signed contractually, so that's going to give us, you know, predictable revenue. We need to find any noteworthy investors here, what those investors have in their portfolios that they can use to kind of build up this company as well. those are things that we would need to do a deeper dive into. So I myself wouldn't necessarily jump in right now, but obviously you can get a pretty fair price on this if you agree with these numbers over here of it being worth 1.1 billion, and then after the merger completes, it with the cash infusion, it'll be worth almost 1.5 billion dollars. You can get in today at $10.78. We're getting a pretty big chunk of the pie, from my understanding, about a quarter of it to be exact, exactly a quarter of it. And that's going to give you a current market cap. If you look at it today, when it adjusts for the post-merger equivalent, it'll be $1.7 billion, not what you see today, obviously. So, I think that it's a really cool investment, Savvy. I don't know enough about it to make an investment decision myself, obviously, but it definitely has my interest and definitely has my curiosity. It's a really cool company. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Or our attention. So this will be on the website later on today. I did just post that video. We talked about Japan's lost decade, or lost decades as it's known now, stemming from post-war changes to their economy, Americanization of the Japanese people, introducing capitalism to them, and a whole bunch of stuff that's discussed in there. It's about an hour-long conversation. But if you're interested in what, how their economy was built up in the 80s, and they had this big economic boom, and then from 91 until 2001, they had a lost decade, and then that kind of just continued expanding as we hit a recession in 08, leading to another lost decade, GDP growth-wise, and then from due to the coronavirus pandemic, any GDP growth they had on paper from 2011 to 2021 kind of got wiped away as well. So they've had 3 lost decades now since their economic boom in the 80s. That's exactly what we discussed last week. We're having the same discussion tonight, but we'll teach us something cool discussion tonight, strictly about what led to the fall of Rome. We're going to have some people who are very knowledgeable on the subject in there with us. That's starting at 9 p.m. Central Time tonight. If you need an invite to Clubhouse, contact me, whether it be through Discord, my social channels. I do have invites I can give out to you. I've got a limited amount, so only ask for an invite if you actually are interested in using Clubhouse. But yeah, if you want to check out last week's discussion, it is posted on my channel under the title of Think or Teach Us Something Cool. So with that being said, I will leave y'all for the rest of the day. Good luck in your investing and your portfolio growth for the rest of the day. I hope things finish green for y'all. Then I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I'm hoping to be on 10:30 Central by 11:30 or 11 a.m. Central at the latest. Thursdays are not nearly as hectic for me as Wednesdays are, so I think we'll be able to get that done. That being said, y'all have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, ring the little bell next to it so you get notified every time we drop new videos, every time we go live, and we're making money up in here, which is every single day the stock market's open, folks.